Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I have a little haul. So I have an Amazon haul. So this is the fastest package I've ever gotten from Amazon. Normally here in Canada it takes 2 to 3 days at max for Amazon. But this here shipped from Ontario. I only ordered it yesterday morning. So I've been at a standstill making my candles and stuff because I ran out of tins and I didn't want to use the little mason jar ones that I used before when I ran out. I do gotta use them at some point, but and don't mind my hair, guys. I had my hair in a ponytail and then I took it out and I let it like brush it down, but look at the back. Looks like I stuck my finger in a light socket and it only affected the back of my head. Ooh, that's weird. So, normally this comes in a box, but it didn't come in a box this time. So I ordered 200 more wax melts. I do have a little bit down here already, but I want more because my wax melts is what's been selling the most recently, which is weird. Because when I first started making candles, my candles were selling first, before my waxes. But then everyone started smelling the waxes, I guess, and then fell in love. Here's another bundle of them. I think I'm stocked up for a little bit. I probably have like 350 right now, because there's 200 there. And probably, yeah, close to that, because I emptied one box last night and then I put it all on my shelf. And so these here are little, like, disposable measuring cups. Since I'm going to be starting to make liquid hand soap and room spray, I wanted, like, these don't look like disposables, but that's what they're listed as. They almost feel like they're a harder, more durable. I'll wash them. It's only soap that's going to go in it. Soap and fragrance oil. So this will last me for a long time. I don't know if there's 50 here. Maybe 50 or 100. But just so I can, and it has measurements on the sides. So I can measure my fragrance oil. I'm going to use my scale anyway, so it really don't matter. I bought one thing with using candle tins. Since I have my candles displayed right here, I should be able to grab one. Okay. So I bought these little cork bottoms, the self-adhesive ones that stick. Since, like, from customers looking at them, they're getting little scratches on them, and I don't like that whatsoever. So I was thinking of putting them cork things on the bottom. I know I've had some customers say that's only the bottom, it don't matter, but to me it matters, because I don't want to give somebody something that's scratched up on the bottom to the point that it almost looks used, you know what I mean? But it's not. And I've tried putting blankets in between my layers of candles when I transport them. I think that was helping a little bit, but when I put it on tables, people touching it in their hands, smelling them, they're eventually going to get scratched. So, let me take one out and see what it looks like. Hopefully the only sucky thing is I only ordered one size. I should have ordered 2 sizes. My little ones are not so bad, the bottoms, but I love how cute my candles are. Love it. They're not so bad. It's the big ones because they're heavier and I guess they just drag harder across the table, I guess. Oh, nice. These are only really thin. So I'm actually, they stink. I'm going to try one, because I was worried on what it might look like. But we will see, and I better not put it on there crooked. Oh, come on. I got no nails. And this would be nice too, that if it is scratched or dinged on the bottom, this will protect it from the surface for the customer as well. So it only cost a little over $20 for 100 of them, so it's not so bad. course, it's a little bit bigger. Just one sec. That's actually not that bad. Once you get it on there evenly, right? But I don't know if I like that. I think another thing what I'm going to do too is not take my whole stock with me to markets. I'm just going to set up this shelf here. I'll show you guys in a second. Oh, that smells so good. It's strawberry shortcake. Oh, it smells lovely. Yeah. I don't know. It's a tad bit bigger, but it's 3 inches, and that's the diameter of the candle jar as well. I know, I like it, but I don't. So we shall see. I'll leave that one on. It was easy to pop it off. I ordered myself, this may work, some small funnels. So when I pour like the hand soap and everything into the bottles, and I want to keep everything extremely sanitary, of course, with the pump. I never even touched anything out of the bags. And they're around here somewhere. I never even opened them. Somebody wanted to see them, and I'm like, no, I'm not touching them yet. Until my hands got gloves on, I'm not contaminating anything. Not gonna happen. I got some candle tins. Make sure these are not damaged. Oh my. Okay, these are perfect. I like them because they use these things, so it gives a little bit more height so they don't get damaged. So these are my 4-ounce little candle tins. I'm getting a lot of compliments on my black candle tins with the labeling that I create. It looks just so nice. And I got the larger ones as well. So I do, one funny thing is, there's probably a stigma against people ordering stuff off of Temu. These candle tins I just showed you, the exact same name brand and everything from Temu is cheaper. Yes, the shipping is a little bit slow. So I've actually been ordering extra stock to have on hand. There's completely no difference. There is nothing to be ashamed of ordering things on Temu. The only thing I order is my tins and my wicks. There is some other wicks that I do want to test out and see how they are compared to the ones I use. The ones I use, I get them off of Temu or Amazon. They're like this. So what I do when I wick my candle jars, I cut this in half, I double them up, and then I stick them in the stand. It just gives a nice better burn, and you hear that crackling sound. I swear to God. I just posted a short on here, and it sounds so nice. My candles, so far, I did have one that gave me an issue. And I'll be completely honest. I'm not going to try to push something on people if I haven't tested it or if I've never had a complaint or an issue. I'm open and honest like that. To anybody else that makes candles, there's a lot of trial and error and experimenting. At first, I wasn't doing that. But my 8-ounce candle, my Fruit Loops one I tested, worked perfectly. It's probably almost half gone, and I've lit it for probably about 10 to 15 hours already, or maybe a little bit more. When I light my candles, I let them go for hours. I did try one of my maple syrup. Not sure if it was my issue, if I did the wick too short, and then as soon as the wax starts to melt, the flame goes out. So all I'm going to do with that is I'm going to crack the wax in the container and chop the wax up small and put it in my warmer. Still going to get the use of it. It doesn't matter. I lit, and it doesn't really matter the scent, to be honest, but eucalyptus and mint. And it was a small one, and it melted perfect. So there was no issue at all. So I'm going to show you around my little area here. Oh yeah, another update to any of you know that I had a little storefront. I don't anymore. With renovations getting ready to start here, my mother-in-law is moving back in for the winter. I have to organize my craft room and get some of the things out so we can put back down the bed. So that way everything's going to be scattered everywhere until the renovations are done. So it's just going to be a little bit of a up shit creeks without a paddle. So let me give you a little tour of my area. And yeah, so it's going to be a lot of working from home. There's going to be a lot of videos, a lot of hauls coming because I have 4 more orders coming in regards to my candle supplies and also my liquid hand soap and my room spray. So if you haven't seen my last video, the room spray base comes in this. So you have to go watch my one that I labeled, what is it? I got big jugs, and I cannot lie. It's funny. So this is the reason why I said that. Oh my God. It's because of this. Because in that thumbnail, I had both the jugs in my hand. So I got big jugs, and I cannot lie. So this is my liquid hand soap base. So all the preservatives and everything to stop it from spoiling and whatnot is already in this. The only thing you need to do is mix in the fragrance oil, which I have so much here. It's unbelievably funny. So let me give you a little tour. Okay, so like I said yesterday, I left where I had a storefront just because I am so overwhelmed with trying to make stock, my orders. This place is getting ready to get renovated. My mother-in-law is coming, and so on and so forth. So I've taken over my kitchen. So here is some of my stock. This is all my wax melts that are ready to be sold. So they're all cured and everything. That's all I have left right now. And most of this you can see is 3 fragrances. And then everything else is lower. So Fruit Loops is one of my best. This here is a newer one, so that's why none has sold yet. It's spiced apple cider. And this here is a new one as well, the Alpine Getaway. And I have birthday cake, oatmeal milk and honey. This here is my favorite Christmas one, bubblegum. And then I have one pretty much of, why do I have 2 piles of this? I guess I didn't want to put it in the same spot. This one is bomb. Blueberry fritter. That's so nice. And as we move over to here, so these are all waxes and candles that I recently made. I just got to label them all. If you see, there's bottles here. This is all fragrance oil, not made yet. So that is 125 ml bottles. So that would mix up with 3 pounds of wax per bottle. There's 2 boxes here. There's 10 in each box. They are only 1 pound batches, so they're kind of like tester ones that I would use. And same thing with these and these. Some of them I'm going to be using to make hand soap and room spray. Other ones I'm going to be making candles. So normally when I use a small 30 ml bottle like this, it mixes with 1 pound of wax. So I normally make 1 big candle, 1 small candle, and the rest wax melts. And this one here, smells like fresh bread. Oh my God, is it ever good. And the one here is more bubblegum because I had someone order a candle. And then another thing with these here and them there is more fragrance oil. Like I probably have 10, 20, 30, maybe all together, like 40 some fragrances left here to make. And all this section here, I have over 30 fragrances available right now in candles made. And I have around 30. I know I did have 30 last time I looked, but I think some of them sold out. So maybe between 25 and 30 different fragrances for wax. And this is my storage. So it's just in the process to get things organized. All this shelf is going to be empty and it's all going to be my candle supplies. So there's your wick stands, some more of the plastic containers, the clamshells. I have customer order over here. Oh my God, I got the burps. And then my liquid hand soap and 2 bottles of room spray. And over here, it's a complete disaster. I won't even lie. So here's the 2 pitchers. This is all going to be cleaned off. I literally just brought everything in here yesterday. So both of these containers have candles in them. So they have like my extra stock that I can't fit on the table right now. Stuff that I just put there. This is 45 pounds of wax. I have some mystery bags done up for candles and some waxes that I'm going to be selling at my market. And I have odds and ends pieces that I took off the shelf behind me. Don't mind my mess over there. But the place is going to be in an uproar for a little bit. So, like I said, the place is going to be in an uproar for a little bit until I get things figured out on what's going to go where. So, in my room here, let me give you a little breakdown. So here's the room. So this is the bed that I have to get laying back down here. And then that's my dresser that my mother-in-law uses. So I need to somehow, I think I can turn off my, well, actually no, I'm going to need it. I'm just going to have to move it around somewhere, stick it up my rear end somewhere. But my 3 printers, my computer, and the chair all has to come out of this side. Because the bed needs to lay down, and that's a big mother of bed. So, half of my stuff, honestly, some of my stuff is going in the garbage. I have so much vinyl and so many prints. I'm going to try to make as much as I can. Like I have a stack there. Don't mind my floors, it needs to be renovated. I have a stack there of brand new sweaters that I've made that I'm going to be taking to markets to try to sell. Over there is just my garbage cans and junk. So as I make things, I put stuff in the garbage. Over here, that's 7 shirts for a customer's order. I'm just waiting to hear what she wants on it. Spare stuff in that box for a business that's going to be doing my renovations. All extra blanks and whatnot. All these mats are going in the garbage. I swear to God, I'm going to go crazy in here. So I already have a garbage bag started. Here's a box of shirts not open yet, of stuff that I need to make. And I'm just going to be warming things out of here. Like there's some blanks up there that I'll probably never ever use again. And I have a bunch of hats up there on the top that I think I'm going to just put stuff on and try to sell at market. I really have no use for it. I'm not going to be stocking up on anything until the renovations are done in my room. So yeah, so there's a little breakdown of the situation I got on the go. Because everything is everywhere. I really have no freaking room. Another thing I want to do is, yeah, my kitchen needs to be done too. These pillars here behind me. I got one on each side. And one there. I want them gone. So that way it can make me more room in the kitchen. We can change around things different in the bedroom. Things are just a lot better. You want to go out? You want to go out? No? Okay. So yeah, it's a mess. And honestly, with my ADHD, I don't know where to start. But in the next 3 weeks, I have to get everything organized and everything cleaned before my mother-in-law comes. Because it's embarrassing. I've been busy. I've barely been home. So things need to be done. Honestly, I'm away from my house so much every day that it feels like I almost don't live here. Like I'm here at nighttime just before to cook supper and relax before I go to bed. And I don't even relax very often. So I don't even know what that is. The word relax does not fit in my vocabulary. Is everybody happy that fall's back? Because this cool breeze blowing through my house right now is amazing. So, I hope you enjoyed this quick little video, little haul, little touch base to find out what I have going on. And I will catch you in the next one. Let me go get some work done, some cleaning done, and organizing. Bye-bye.